professional streamer here. Try this again. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Had to get this figured out. So I decided, it was taking me so long to actually color in the pages and whatnot. So ridiculously long. And I have my own deadline that I need to make so I can have it ready for a convention. And I was not going to make it that way, or else I'd be drawing like 16 hours a day, and I don't have that kind of time. So I got to go back to my simplistic style. That being said, I'm about to color and shade and everything. The past 3 pages that I did get done. These 3 pages. I nearly had this one right here on the right. I nearly had that one finished. And it was just no, actually I think I did finish it. Yeah, I must have finished it because I started drawing over here on page 4. Make sure I got my multi-stream up. Don't miss no chatters. I have like a lot of people over on YouTube. I say a lot for me. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do my simple coloring, and I'm gonna finish these 3 pages and get those done and out of my way. And then I will be on schedule for a page a day, having these done, right? Then I'm gonna bounce back over to my animation that I'm working on for Am I Human Part 2, which you can follow on BackerKit, and you absolutely should. Even if you don't plan to back it, follow it, so it helps push it to other people. By doing so, it really helps your boy out. But I'm doing like a little 15-second promo video for that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on today. So let's get started, I guess. Time to lock in, grind some comic pages. Put my drawing glove on. Hey, what's up? I was actually telling my wife about the candy beads that you were talking about. She wouldn't just like 100% what they wear. Let's see. Not yet. I've not watched it yet. It is on my list though. I've not forgotten about it. It takes me a while to get to where I can actually sit down and watch a show like that. But I have not forgotten about it. That's a $10 word. What in the world is that? Or where in the world is that? It's the Assiniboia. Boya? Did I even say that right? Probably not. Whoa. Canada? Is horse derby big in Canada? Oh, that's pretty cool. just anytime somebody brings up horse derby, you just automatically think Kentucky. I don't even know where they're all like big at. Y'all are probably like, we hate the Kentucky Derby. They're a bunch of snobs. If you notice, I am back to my old coloring style. Actually coloring it in and whatnot, the way that I was doing it was taking me way too long. I should have been on like page 5 or 6 by now, and I was like having a hard time finishing page 3. And I'm like, I'm going to miss my own deadline that I have for this because I'm trying to have it ready for a convention in October, like early October. So it means I need to have this done by September. So my pace was awful for it. So I just redid everything. I just got all the color away from it and just like, I gotta go back to my simple color so I can get it done. While it did look cool, it was taking way too long. Like, if I was doing this full time, I was saying this earlier, if I was doing this full time, it wouldn't be a big deal. But I don't. What is this from? This sounds like straight up Power Rangers music. This is from Persona 2. Okay. And I finished that like in 30 minutes. Like, I know speed isn't always better. Whenever you have a deadline, sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and get over it. You know what I mean? What was that? I just like heard something and I don't know what it was. Huh. I got like some kind of notification. I don't even know what it was. That was weird. There it goes. How are you doing, Chunky Marimo? You doing all right? See, yeah, that time I just got like a weird notification. It sounded like somebody chatted, but there was like nothing here. Doing pretty good. You working on something yourself or what? So I'm like, no, this is actually not Procreate. This is Clip Studio Paint. I can turn it out of like simple mode, but if I try to go back, see, it'll show it to you this. This is not Procreate, but I am using an iPad. It's like, it's really friendly for comics and whatnot. And so I like it a lot. I started out, just didn't know, wait, me too, just didn't notice that. Didn't notice what, that I was using an iPad? Or that it was Clip Studio. On the margin. Okay, so I'll show you. So let's hide all this, right? I'll draw here. Okay, so this, do black. So this is not your actual margin. Right here. That's not your actual margin. This right in here is whenever you look at the inside of your page, say like if you wanted to do like text, or if you were doing a book of some sort, like a narrative book, or you know, but with just words in it. I know it sounds goofy. This is what you're going to want to stay in, is in that margin right there, right? That's going to be the very center of your page. And this is kind of considered your gutter. And this is considered your bleed, right? But I do all my own layouts and whatnot. And whenever I export it over, all of these lines are not going to be there, and so it's just going to be this big page whenever I bop it over to my layout software. And so all I'm going to do is try to make my bleeds the same as it is here over there, and there will be this amount of gap in between my pages and whatnot. And since this is just a zine comic and it's going to be staple folded, you don't really have to worry about it like being too far to the edges or anything like that. I hope that answered your question. Did I do the wrong color for this? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, sick. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought it was a that's Nightbot. I thought that was my I thought that was a bot. Yeah, you're still drawing on the margin. You want to have a panel that extends. If you want to have a panel that extends outside the page, your borders need to be on the bleed. At least that's how I learned it. Well, it really depends on how much control you have, right? Whenever it goes into whenever you go into doing your layout, you could be sending it to somebody and they don't really know that you're okay with that kind of thing. And since I started doing book layout and whatnot, I just manipulate it to do how I want it to do. So I have a background in making tabletop RPGs, and I would do all of our layout whenever I did that. So do you make your own comics too? A manga about Yakuza, talking about Yakuza the game, or actually the whatchamacallit, the actual Japanese mafia? 'Cause that actually sounds pretty cool. Ooh, that's cool. Do you, okay, so then is this something that you like go and do monthly? Is this something that you try to, you're just trying to finish it, you do it weekly? How do you do it? Do you actually try to post it somewhere and whatnot? Yeah, monthly. Nice. Do you post it somewhere? Is it published? Are you actually published? Or are you self-published like yours truly? Posted on Comic Fury. Oh. Do you like posting there? I've kind of just like grown tired of trying to play the meta for all these different websites and whatnot, and so I'm just like, I'm just gonna stream myself working on stuff and just send people to my website and just let them read it there. Like, I got in this to draw, not market. But I respect the grind. People that play the meta, it is not easy. And also, what is the name of it? I'd actually like to check it out. It's amazing. It doesn't have an algorithm that lets you build your own website. Really? Give me a little second. I can spell Shinjuku, right? So you post it in 2 different languages. Is that German? DEU? That's German, right? Yeah, I'm right. Called it. You have a really cool art style. It's very expressive. How many pages do you try to put out? Put out daily if you're doing this monthly. Okay, so that means that you are natively German. Okay, that's cool. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I knew a little bit. For like a year and a half, I homeschooled in 7th grade, and I had to take an elective as a second language as an elective. And the only one that I was even remotely interested in that they offered was German, because I'm like, Spanish, everybody does Spanish. I don't want to do that. So I took about a year and a half of German. I got to where I could read it very well. Like, I could read it pretty fluently, but I couldn't tell you everything that I was reading. But the phonetic pattern of it, I got down pretty easy. I don't remember much at all, because I'm like 32 now. And that was years ago. So this looks like some of the textures that's on Clip Studio Paint. I guess you also do Clip Studio, right? Do you do Clip Studio? If not, I mean, I know you can get these textures also on Procreate. It's just a little bit harder to find. I like how expressive that your art is. It's a very expressive. I like your art style a lot. But what I especially love, like the extra all Krita until now, chapter 13 is going to be in CSP. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm only looking at chapter 1 right now. What I especially love that I'm gonna give like extra credit to is the background of your cover for number 1. That looks crazy. Yeah, I'm going to add this to my list of stuff to check out. That's cool. So I love stuff like that. You also draw cars really well. That's something I'm not good at drawing. Unless you also did the same thing for that one, which, I mean, do anything and everything you can to make it easier for yourself. That isn't Trace? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out later. So what has your experience been like getting people to actually read it? Wanted to use it as practice. To be honest with you, that's what I'm doing too. I have many other stories that I want to tell. That's awesome, though. That's what you want. So, what I had done is, you see it's right above my head right now. Both those two comics, Am I Human? And The Place We All Go. Of course, I actually made an actual book because, like I said, my background is in actual publishing, right? I say actual publishing, I meant like print, like actual print is what I mean. And I'm starting to do the convention circuit and whatnot. My first one, actually, no, it's not my first one. I had one back in January. But my next one is in like October, like the very beginning of October. And so I am trying to like learn and get a little bit better at it. And Am I Human's a longer series, longer than, you know, the one shots that I do, but it's only going to be around like 20 to 25 chapters long. I have some other like full-length graphic novels that I want to do. So with the mini community, how much do you actually engage with it? Do you, you know, like throw them all in a Discord, or is it on the website itself kind of manages the community, or what? It's cool. I've been thinking about maybe needing to do something like that. They all like get together for the releases and whatnot, because that would actually be really cool. Yeah, they do. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Like whenever they have just like little things that can connect. Excuse me, can't speak right now. They can connect the community together. That's really cool. So do you stream yourself or anything like that? You do? You stream on Twitch? She's pretty inactive. What is a Marimo? I don't actually know what a Marimo is. Let's Google this. Moose ball. Oh. It's a tiny little moss ball. That's hilarious. So if German's your first language and English is an additive, so I don't want to call it your second language, it might not be. How hard was it for you to learn English? Oh, look at that. We'll get to swing the band hammer again. Wow. You love to see it. It's like every time. I'm just like, why would you want AI chat viewers? I don't understand that. Not at all. You have an English class since 3rd grade. Really? Man, American school system sucks. We didn't get anything cool like that. You have like Spanish in high school, which is not a bad language to learn. It's just like that's the only one offered. Either Spanish or French. And that is a bad language to learn. I'm joking. I wish they offered more languages for you to learn. Which I think I've heard that the German school system is actually like pretty good. And also, you know, Japan also teaches English from a young age. I'm just like, we suck, dude. We have people that don't even know how to read. French or Spanish, I took neither. Took the crafts class. Hey, I feel ya. What was really dumb is whenever I was in homeschool for like a little bit. Whenever I got into back into public school, I've always been like a creative type person. I play music as well, and they didn't offer much of anything. It was just band, and that was it. And our band sucked. I didn't want to be a part of that. And I'm not good enough to fix the band either. It's pretty bad for European standards. They're all pretty broken. Hey, just like us. They don't pay enough for what people have to deal with and all that nice fun stuff. The best. I was actually going to college to be a high school history teacher at one point in time. History is my jam. What? Had algae grown from the ceiling? That's crazy. Was it in a big city? I mean, you hear that kind of stuff around here. There was one time, so like my full-time job, this is not my full-time job. I do this for fun, right? My full-time job, I work construction. No, from a village. Oof. In my full-time job, I work construction. We put in underground utilities. This is like water and electric. And every now and then, we know a guy who works for the school system in our state or in our city, and had us go and work on a water line at an elementary school, right? Because the water fountain wasn't getting much water coming through it, right? And so we go and we pull the whole thing up and we're gonna relay it, right? But we can only do so much. We can't get like up under, you know, the school flooring and whatnot. We're only replacing what's on the outside. We pull that out, and it's like a 4-inch water pipe, so it's only like that, right? It's not like super big, but it was rusted to about that much on the inside. Rust all the way, rust and grime and all that stuff through the whole thing. And we were just like, oh man, these kids have been drinking that for like however long. And we're like in a fairly nice city. You know what I mean? And so it's just like we can't fix all of it. We can't get to it, or else you gotta tear up the school and, you know, shut school down, and they're not gonna go for that, you know. So we just gotta do what we can. But the school that I ended up going to for high school, it was a kindergarten through 12 school. And there was only around 1,000 students for the whole thing. So I went to a small school as well. Oh, good grief. Why? Is there just nothing to do? Nowhere to focus all that angst? It's pretty bad. Never really got destructive whenever I was in high school. But I remember seeing a lot of stuff about that happening around here. They got discontinued. No school band, maybe a summer fest. That's about it. Whoa. Was it because of that? It just like kept happening? Or instead of it being like disciplinary, it's just nothing to do, so they just get destructive. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, my school's fairly poor too. I remember it being a lot of stuff like that. Of just, you could tell people didn't know where to like put their energy. But it never really got destructive to that point. I guess they hadn't figured out that they could yet. There was one time that somebody wrote on the walls with poop. I remember that pretty well. Did that person get help? No. It's like, are you serious? You think schools care about people? They don't have the money to. My mom was an elementary school teacher, and her experience made me actually not want to be a school teacher. It was so awful. I was just like, no, I think I'm good actually. Whoa, you said a novel. Okay, give me a second. We had a stupid thing with English, German, and math classes. We had A, B, and C course. That's basically how good you were in those classes. A being highest and C lowest. I was C in math, even though I literally saw 5 pages per hour. I couldn't go a course up because I didn't speak enough. We have something called speaking grade. Are you serious? So if you're just a shy person, you just get shafted? What? That doesn't make any sense. Seems like a waste of potential. Yeah, that's stupid. So you were just stuck with the idiots. I'm joking. I was actually bad at math. Wow. That's crazy to me. I was actually bad at math, but I was more so bad at math class. If that makes sense. Like, I'm not bad at math. I was a bad math student. Speaking grade was always 3 or 4. What was max? Like, what's max speaking grade? Like 10? Did they grade on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 to a 6. 1 highest and 6 lowest. Oh, no. It's one of those things. That's the way they grade Japanese language, too. I feel like that's goofy. I mean, probably not to you. You're probably used to it. So that's on a scale of 1 to 7, then. That's the kind of stuff that just, like, it bugged me about school. And I think that's why I ended up being a bad student. Because I just, like, I just saw bull crap, and I just didn't feel like participating in it. I know that sounds like total edgelord of me or whatever, but it's the truth. It's the way I felt. Because to me, I was just sitting there thinking, what is the practical application of a lot of this stuff? And there wasn't one, so therefore I didn't care. I'm not saying that there actually wasn't one, but I just never saw it. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, being an 18-year-old kid, you know everything. You know what I mean? Also, we had a thing called the red page. It was a red page with a huge text you needed to write after school when you did something wrong. Was this like public? Or was this something that you brought home to your parents? So it's just a thing to waste your time. It's essentially just something to waste your time as a student. Wow, that's garbage. Yeah, it doesn't sound too very different, I'll be honest with you. We had similar things. Okay. I need to go to the bathroom. So we're going to be right back. I'm back. I had a friend join me down here. What are you doing, June? What are you doing, girly? You can hang out down here if you want to. Alright, I gotta go back to drawing, okay? Alright. Let's read chat real quick. I think I got 3 of them in my entire life. You get them if you got violent or broke school stuff. Was that it? Like, only those things? If you're even still here, you might not be here no more. Ah, you're still here. I see what you did. I see what you did there. So I got another question for you. If you decided to make manga, what drew you to manga to begin with?
It's now or it's never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission? I'm living in a dry land. The left is in a lost end. A heartbeat for a demon. Always is in a siege land. I'm giving the balance, but I'm standing on
I guess she didn't want to stay down here with me.
life is over. One strike just offend them. I'm out of his field of vision. Don't ask if I'm ready, but I'm ready to strike him down now. I just saw the new stars. There's no time for indecision. I'm living in a dry land. The left is in a lost head. When I hop off new beginnings, burn our feet. Now we need it, a heartbeat for demon. Oasis in a siege.
Guest TV. Watch Pokemon in One Piece. Started to make small books with like 5 pages. I really did them since you were like 7 or so. That's pretty cool. I feel like I really feel like anime and manga really hit the rest of the world around like the 90s and whatnot. Definitely the West over here. Like in the 90s and the early 2000s. Of course, it started coming over in the 80s, but it didn't really like start hitting a stride until it's well, honestly, really till like probably like the teens, the 20 teens. Talking about in places like actually coming into vogue and not being stigmatized and all that stuff. But I grew up with Pokemon. I played every single mainline game. Not that old. Nah, I mean, I was born in the 90s. In the late 1900s. So for me, I was like right in that. We had something. I don't know how like worldwide it actually was. But we had something here in the West called Toonami. Has a big anime culture. How long has it been a big anime culture? Is really what I really want to know. Because it's only been like the past 10 years here. Before you would like stop being made fun of. Like I was in high school when you would still be made fun of for watching anime. Yeah, okay. So then interesting. So the same stuff hit for y'all around the same time it hit for us. But I guess it didn't get stigmatized there for a while cuz man, it was rough. Which is really cool. I mean, oh, okay. I got you. See, it started a little bit prior to that for us. It probably around 2016. I think sometime around 2016 is whenever it stopped like being stigmatized here in the West as much. It's like way less made fun of and whatnot. So it started a little bit earlier for us. Now there's a huge anime culture here. And I grew up on stuff like that, like Inuyasha, and like waking up at 3 in the morning to Inuyasha on Toonami and stuff. Oh, whoa. Okay, so I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you did. How common is that over there? Or how common was it? I'll be honest with you. Going to school in the deep south, it probably wasn't much different. We had some rough ones around us, man. Depends on the region. I could see that. Rural areas, more especially East Germany, has a problem with that. There are actually less women there because it's extremely far right. Huh. Interesting. Kind of makes you wonder if there isn't a correlation with that, like swinging the other way. They all move out from there. Yeah. Like just a bunch of incels or something. So they just kind of revert to low brain, low IQ ways of thinking. So I know here in the West, in America, that gets thrown around like a slur. And so, is it the same there? Like where it actually happened? You know? Like where the actual party is from? Who in the world would think that? Wow. See, what's crazy is there's a lot of people around here. Being in the deep south, we kind of have that way of thinking about the Civil War. I don't really know how much y'all learn about that kind of stuff, but we learn about it pretty heavy in school. It was the war over slavery. Well, it wasn't the war fought over slavery. It was fought over different things, and it became about slavery. And you see a lot of people. I only heard about it, right? Okay. So, little history lesson. Where's my phone? Sorry, my wife's texting me. The northern states were taxing the crap out of the southern states, and the southern states were having a hard time, and so they decided to try to secede from the Union, which means create their own country, and the North was like, absolutely not. This is a very like bare bones, very bare bones explanation. The North was like, absolutely not, right? And so it started a war, and a lot of the things that the South did was planting and farming and whatnot, and so most of the slaves were in the South. And so what the North did to hurt the South was abolish slavery. Because if you even think about it, and I'm not saying one way or the other. I think it's a great idea. I think it's horrible, all that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about how history actually happened, right? The point of doing it wasn't because, people were slaves. It was to hurt the South is why. And it worked. They freed the slaves, and of course you hear about the Underground Railroad and all that stuff, where there was slaves trying to run away from plantations and whatnot, and horrible, heinous stuff happening on these plantations and whatnot. And then eventually the South couldn't handle it anymore, and they lost. And so the South is still a part of the Union. But what you hear about a lot is a lot of racist, still brandishing like the rebel flag and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is like, it's not inherently a racist symbol, but it gets really tied to it like very, very easily. And so it's a really fine gray line to walk, whenever you start talking about it and whatnot, because I believe that the symbol has the intent that you mean it has the symbol for. You know what I mean? It really just goes to each person, like each individual person. You can't call them, you can't call a person a blanket statement. I don't believe that you can. So I don't think it's fair to call somebody a blanket statement until you know them. But if you wait long enough, people will show you their true colors, and they'll label themselves. So you don't have to. Yeah, it's just a rough subject to talk about, and to talk about it from an objective standpoint, where you're just like stating fact, is really hard to do too, because everyone thinks that like you're this or you're that, and it's like, no, I'm just talking, just explaining. Wow. See, that is actually something I'd like to visit. Okay, so I get reminded of this every now and then. Whenever I was in 6th grade, it was my last year of public school before I, went homeschool for a little while. And I forget about this often. But then every now and then something brings it back and I remember it. But there was a point in time during the school year at my school where the entire 6th grade hallway was turned into a concentration camp. And they decorated the whole thing to look like it because the the history classes were going over the Holocaust. I know. I know. It sounds so fake, but I promise you it's real. It's so real. Yeah, they would decorate it like a concentration camp for like a month. I'm dead serious. I don't know if they still do it or not, but man, I look back on that and I'm like, maybe that was in poor taste. But I was like, I was 12 years old, you know, so I'm like, all I'm going to think is, oh, we're learning about the Holocaust. Yeah, maybe. That could be what it is. Who knows? Yeah, I think about that from time to time and just be like, that was one of the more wilder things that ever happened to me in my life. And I didn't even realize it till I got older how wild that was. It just kind of makes you wonder how in the world that flies. It can't be something that they still do. There's no way. There's no way. Thing is, they would have the students students do the decorating. It was like certain periods would get to do it. We called them periods or class blocks. It's like certain ones would get to do it. Okay. So there's those 3 pages done. So I had to go back and like refix them because I wasn't liking the coloring that I was doing. I had to just switch to my simplistic coloring style. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is switch over to animating. Remember one time I had thrown a chair at someone. Woo, it didn't hit, but the chair split in half. Extremely cheap chair. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, this is for a promo for... Actually, it's on screen now. Am I Human Part 2? Since I'm crowdfunding the second part, I'm doing like an animated trailer to throw on the page. I really wish I could do something with this flip book. Like move it or something. And pay half of the chair, the guy who bullied me the other half. It was still... Good grief, there's no way that was a $70 chair. It sounds like they made you guys both pay for the price of the chair. Uh, that I'm actually not sure. Are you talking about like is a dollar the same thing as a yen? Or like is a dollar to a euro is the same thing as like a dollar to the yen? Because a yen is like 1 penny over here. Or like what's the exchange rate? Is that what you're asking? Like what's the exchange rate? Because I actually don't know. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking that the dollar was less than the euro. Yeah, there's no telling. That kind of thing just like jumps around all the time. So I know the yen is weird compared to what we're kind of used to. I'm a big weeb. Not in the way that y'all probably did. Was it actually like a store ran by somebody? Because some high schools did, but not mine. Mine was like vending machines. Like I have friends and family that went to high school where they did do something like that. And they even worked there, like worked in it because it was student ran. It was like an elective or something. No. No, we didn't have anything like that. Wish there was some way I could like merge these frames below. One time closed because before it, they sold juice and sold milk. It got banned because oh my god. What does that mean? Huh. Interesting. Was that like super common there? For y'all to actually like coin a term for it? Oh, delinquent. Like that. Were you struggling with it? Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, I had to think for a second whenever you asked. Oh, rip. Rest in peace. That's rough. Yeah, I mean, a little story for you. My dad, you know, with us working construction, we had a guy who was Mexican that worked with us. And he spoke really good English, but sometimes he would have trouble, you know, because English is hard. And my dad, every single time he'll try to explain something to him, because I work with my dad. He would try to explain something to him, and he wouldn't. My coworker wouldn't understand what he was saying, and so Dad would just say the same thing but louder, louder and slower. I said, Dad, he's foreign, not deaf. He just needs you to say what you're saying right. I was like, come on, man. But I love those videos of like what English sounds like to non-English speakers. Man, that is wild. Kind of puts a lot of things in perspective as far as like how we try to say stuff to people who aren't native English speakers. Kind of makes you want to have more patience with them. Because like I said, English is hard. Oh, or like certain dialects hard to understand in German? I don't know that I knew that. See, there it is again. I got another random notification and there's nothing. What is that? Most of the time you have no idea what they're saying. Are you talking about the different dialects of English or German? About German. Okay, I got you. Is Germany that big of a country to have that many dialects? Whoa. Okay. Only ones I know of in my state are South Hessish, Hessish, North Hessish, and whoa, what is Rhine? Is that like a city or something? It's a river. Oh, okay. The river folk. They speak a dialect none understands. So is this something that, like, I mean, do y'all travel around that much? Like, what do you speak whenever you come across other people? You just get anxiety coming across other people, and you're just like, I hope they speak the same dialect. Pretty rare. It's more of a thing. I got you. Understand. So with y'all being so close to other countries, how common is it that you actually go to other countries? Often I would say it depends on if you live next to a border. Okay. So like a lot of our states are the sizes of like European countries. And so for us, like we either live close to the state line or whatnot. So it kind of just makes you wonder, you know, like other cultures and how they live and whatnot. For me, all borders have the same distance. You mean? Yeah, same distance. I got you. I think driving through Germany from top to bottom will take you 10 hours. Wow. I drove from my state to Pennsylvania, and it was 12 hours, and I never even got like close to the border of Canada. That's crazy to me. Whoa. That's actually crazy. I think I actually don't like these frames right here. Bet you the Alps are beautiful. You always see videos of them, and it makes you want to go. What Persona is this from? From Persona 1? So is the Autobahn real, like where you can actually drive as fast as you want to? You always hear stuff about it. You just never know like what's actually real and what's not. If you don't drive suicidal, yeah. Is there like a median speed, like a medium speed that people kind of stick to? $120 to $190. Okay. So then that would be, because we use freedom units over here. We don't use kilometers. Wow. Okay. So 190 is fast. It's like super fast. 120 is pretty normal for here. Good grief. So I bet like whenever you're driving age, because I don't know what driving age is over there, but like whenever you're driving age, it's like super scary to get on the Autobahn. 18? Is it actually like really scary to get on the Autobahn your first time, or do people like look forward to it? Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. 21 years old here. Is there like a problem over there? On what religion and age? Do y'all have like a diverse amount of religions over there? Like, what's normal? Or what region? Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm going to order me some Uber Eats. And then whenever it gets here, this is when I'm going to stop. What do I want? Region. Yeah. But doesn't Germany has like some of the coolest cathedrals out there? Agree. I already forgot what I said that you would agree to. Castle. Oh yeah. Talking about cathedrals and castles. Whoa! Is there really that? Like, they're that common? I figured that would be a lot for the whole country, not like other places. Of course, I know you said that your state has the most. But still. Wow. That's actually crazy to me. We don't have anything cool like that. But compared to Germany, America is a pretty young country. Man, that mountain needs a castle on it. So then that's interesting that that you end up making a manga that was cyberpunk, or not, maybe not necessarily cyberpunk, but futuristic. That makes plenty of sense. Like, you're just around it all the time. You want to see some, you know. That makes sense. I can see that. Like in real life? I'm joking. But, I mean, you know, to somebody like me, that's really cool, who's not around it a bunch. But it's like, whenever people come here where I'm from, we have a lot of mountains and forests and whatnot. And then you go to other parts of the country, and there's just like no mountains or anything like that. And they're like, man, there's so many beautiful trees and mountains. And we're just like, oh, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, they're everywhere around here. It's probably the exact same kind of vibe. Yeah, welcome to here. Oh, that's cool. So do you like beef with Disney then for what they did to the original storytell? Oh my God, the original fairy tale? Something that that I like to collect is beer steins. I have a small collection of beer steins in my other room over here. I'm trying to think if I had any in here. I do not have any in here. But I like German beer steins. I think they're really cool. So I try to collect them. I'm afraid I don't actually. I'm not familiar with the original Sleeping Beauty. Unless you're just talking about her being asleep. And the normal problematic stuff that goes along with the story anyways. Hey, the Gummy Way. Thanks for following. Appreciate it. Yeah, hold on. Let me go grab one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just a second. I'll be right back. It'll take me like 30 seconds. Alright, I'm already back. Okay. I got one right here for you. Let me go face cam real quick. See me a little bit better. Like this. So what does this say? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I like it's the tops. It's the ceramic mugs with the tops that gets me. But now it would be like next impossible to read. I don't even know how to position that to... I don't even know. I have no idea. But yeah, I'll set it over here. I have quite a few of them. I have probably about 7 or 8. I pick them up at just random places. I like the old ones. I like the ones that like have a little bit of character to them. So dude, what? Funny barrel me? Funny don't borrow me? What? That's so weird. Yeah, straight up, I don't even know. Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't translate, I guess, 1-to-1 in English. Ah. So funny is like, what is that supposed to mean? Like funny? Is it like telling you the context? Like the word is telling you the context? So it's like barrel me, don't bother me. because that's actually pretty funny. Still nonsensical. I could guess I'm in a good mood because of beer don't bother me. Ah, okay. I got you. I got like a bunch of others that I'm wondering what's even written on them. Ah, I got you. It's like old English. It's really hard to understand too. Sounds like a bad poem. Yeah, because like I remember. I remember the word mich being me. Like that last word right there. I remember that being like referring to yourself. I'm just like, what is that word right there? The last with the apostrophe. It has like an apostrophe mark right there. Like, what's the point of the apostrophe? Ah, I gotcha. I got you. Okay. So a lot of the same rules still apply then. Right. Now that I did know. A lot of the sentence structure is the same too. Because, like, you start trying to learn... You start trying to learn Japanese, that sentence structure is going to throw you off.
It's not a game. I'm not a robot, and I challenge you. I'm not a phantom. I'm in your face, and I'm here to see it through. Right before your eyes, words just multiply. Got the flame right. It's time. As the power grows, try to stop us shows. Light us will go dry. Stop time.
You talking about, like, the actual... I don't know. I feel like I remember it being quite similar.
So you know that we are
But, I mean, you actually know both languages, so I would trust you before I trust myself.
can't move fast without breaking. Can't hold on our life for change. And our voices ring out, yeah. Took the mask off to be free. Falling out in the debris. Now we know that love will change. Ain't it a shame? I'm not a big man of you, really not mine. I'm just as real as, I'm just as dangerous as you, so know you're fine. Think of your mess, fight in every breath, fight inside your head, your heart. And as a grateful brain tries to fight in vain, you're invaluable apart. And you know
Okay. So my food's going to be here in like a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. It's been cool talking to you all. I'll be streaming tomorrow at some point in time. Probably tomorrow afternoon for myself. That being said, make sure you follow. Make sure that you follow. Man, you hop in here at the tail end. Make sure you follow Emma Human Part 2 on Backer Kit, even if you don't intend on backing it whenever it releases. Just follow it so it helps push it to other people. I'd really appreciate that. You've been here, bro. That's what I'm talking about. And we'll see you guys next time. I appreciate you. Peace out and God bless.